Thank you for the rescue, mysterious. Whoa!
Stellar, you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix? Who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
Yeah, but why were you watching, Gary?
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
Hey, no attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
What's Gary have to say about that?
Anyway,
Okay.
we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of Polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me. I actually came to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on Polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place. I decided to beam back up to the Deepship and try to locate you through your transport communicator signal. When I'd returned, I found you'd left it up here on the ship. I didn't know what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Whatever. Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
I'd sure like to collect that sometime. But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stellar. I'd like that a lot. The thing is that I kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand? Not to mention the fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stellar. I like you. I think I even more than like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
I believe the word that explains that is fear.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
Oh, I see. Friends, co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be. I guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it. I guess I admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient if you ever have a change of heart. Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but...
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take it to the sick bay. There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
Good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it, eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
I love the travel about the ship. Meanwhile,
Commander, I am receiving a message from StarCon.
love the SNES controller
on screen.
pad there. It's all scratched up.
Hello, Commander Kielbasa. I have a new directive for Deepship 86. This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Blundfang during the Fallopian campaign. Admiral Blundfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deepship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpei, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Sprint.
Hello, Commander Kielbasa.
Not sponsored by... I know that
As
voice.
Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance.
She's a little freaky looking.
To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the Golden Light Year's Retirement Center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival. From the information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
As we cut away, at the worst possible time,
Meanwhile, back in sickbay.
back in sickbay. She looks like the dried up high elf from Morrowind. Apparently, with the demo of this game, there's a mission where you can play as the captain, a little side mission. Captain Kielbasa, that's interesting. Alright, so let's pull the fur off of... I guess we just chuck away the machine. Why are there, like, color bits in it?
Yuck! It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming assistant.
The yuck sounded like it was from Roger.
Yuck! What? You poke it and prod it.
Glad we got our fish back. Looks like it's decayed a little bit. Fish is like, why am I still in your pants? Let's scan this fur.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. The sequencer is for use by trained personnel only.
Come on,
Obviously,
dude.
you don't fit that description. I'm afraid I can't allow you to use it.
I've saved the galaxy
Come
5
on,
times.
Chad, be a pal.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. It's a StarCon regulation.
Stuff your StarCon regulations, Jabba. Come on.
no. Jeez, Jebba. Who's gonna know? Let me try this one thing. I'll be out of your way. No one will find out.
I don't know, Mr. Wilco. I'm not one to break regulation.
I don't
I
know,
really don't
Mr.
think
Wilco.
it's a good idea.
I swear, it'll only take a minute. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No one will find out. And I'll tell you what. Anytime you want it, one free plunge job, day or night. What do you say?
Way to sweeten the deal,
Well,
Raj.
I don't know.
It'll only take a minute or two, really. Come on, Jebba, be a pal.
Pal.
Well, okay, but just this once. If anyone finds out I'm sunk, then I'll come looking for you to take it out on. Keep that in mind.
No problem. I'll be done in a flash.
I really don't know why I'm doing this.
Come on, Jebba, be a pal. Scanny, scanny. Flux modulator. Ew, it's pulsating. As if it wasn't nasty enough already. Let's get a data card on this. There we are.
Don't
Take
touch
the-
that.
Been in my pants. I saw him put something in this. Just help myself to a syringe. He watched me do it. He had no problem with it. He's just shaking his head. Oh, Roger. It's gonna be my ass. How you doing,
Your
Stellar?
utterances fall on uninterested oral organs.
Okay, whatever. So use the compost.
Neat. I've always wanted to try one of these on the compost.
Isn't this the compost here? There we go. Insert DNA sequencing data card. DNA pattern of Nigel Rancid. File closed. That's odd. I am just a janitor, I guess.
Oh, hi, Stellar. I hope your back's feeling better.
Huh.
They just finished treating me, and it is starting to feel better. However, I was told to lay off rescuing people for a while, especially you. So, did you have any luck?
Yes and no.
I got some information from the sample I ran through the DNA sequencer. When I tried it, all I got was a name. All it said after that was that the file is closed. I wonder why that is.
I don't know for sure, Roger, but it seems a bit suspicious. When a file is marked like that, there's usually a very good reason. Most frequently, it indicates the file is closed for intelligence purposes, or it's legally sealed by some judicial body. In the case of those tubs of guts that grabbed you, I'd have to say it's not a government agency directly behind it. It sounds more like someone with access from the outside to a friend or two inside. A more paranoid person might say this smells way wrong.
Then again, when did you last change your socks?
If the files are sealed, then we have nothing to go on.
True. The only thing I can think of is that they may be accessible by jacking into cyberspace. I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
So I guess this means
How
we won't be
futuristic.
trying it first. I mean, I'd love to try it, but I can't since we don't know how.
Well, actually, I read it can be done with the help of a cyber jack and headset and a cyberspace jack interface module.
You read popular
The article
Tektronics
said
too?
there are several things to access out there and that there's a vast library of files to browse. It said that the Information Superhighway project is a little behind schedule, but that there are some operative areas. Other than that, I don't have a clue as to how we can gain any information about them.
Fantastic.
So you think this cyberspace thing could work?
Well, I can only tell you what I've read. Navigating it takes a little patience, but I think it's the only option you have. I don't know if you'll locate a cyberjack and headset. Because of the delays in the project, they've become more like collector's items than marketable, functionable products.
We do have cyberjack modules built into the compost.
That's true. Of course, we won't know anyway without the jack.
That bites. I wonder where we could find one of those.
I wish I knew, Roger. There must be some place.
Attention! We are now orbiting the Delta Burksilon 5 colony as
Delta
requested by StarCon. Most of you know your assignments as they have been broadcast to your composts. Please represent StarCon properly. Kielbasa, out.
Better go to our room and check it out.
You better get moving since you don't know yet what your assignment is. I have some checking around to do. We'll talk later.
Probably gotta plunge the old bat's toilet
Thanks,
or something.
Stellar. I'll see you soon. Maybe we can work in that dinner.
What would Beatrice think about that, though? Guess that's the irony, but for a janitor's quarters, it's not that clean.
Your quarters are cozy and intimate, yet spacious. That's one of the advantages of living in a converted cargo hold.
I don't know, they did a hell of a job on the conversion. This place looks great. Hey, it's our golden mop.
Holy cow! It's your Golden Mop Award for your feats of daring do in Space Quest 1.
Why is that the only game where we got some sort of award?
You saw this detailed diecast model of an early StarCon Solar Scout in Milky Way today, StarCon's in-flight magazine. It seemed like a great investment at the time.
I've been there. It's a mirror?
You glance in the mirror. For a moment, you can almost see a silk-clad brunette overacting in a stone tower.
That's pretty good. we just get a little piece of girl in the tower? Do we have to wait for that?
Don't touch that. This poor dresser hasn't worked right since they hauled it on board. Wait, were you looking at yourself or at the bureau?
Ha!
Well, same message either way.
That's a good joke. I forgot that one.
Your quarters are That's...
What do we got?
It feels like... Feels clean for once. Wow, it's the old translating gadget you used to communicate with the subterranean alien back on the planet Corona in Space Quest 1.
Memories.
Too bad they don't make those little dilithium watch batteries anymore.
It's like in, what was it? It was, I think, On Her Majesty's Secret Service when Bond's, like, leaving, putting his resignation in, and he's, like, looking at his desk and little references to all the previous adventures he had been on.
Say it's the old hint book you found in the bargain bin at the software store in Space Quest 4. Looky, it's your old Labion Terror Beast mating whistle from Space Quest 2.
Be cool if we could actually use some of these items in this game.
You won't be needing the whistle.
Have you already played this one, Gary? Fine, I'll take your word for it.
Ooh, it's your old Autobucks card from your shopping spree at the Galaxy Galleria after you saved the latex babes from that hideous sea slug in Space Quest 4. It's expired, unfortunately, but then you don't need much money aboard the Deepship. Besides, people would talk if they saw you dressed that way again.
You know, not to correct you and make you look silly, Gary, but actually, that was Space Quest 10, the Latex Babes of Estros, if memory serves correctly. So, if anything, this would be way before the expiration date on that card. Come on, Gary.
Whoa, it's the Star Generator remote control you found aboard the Sarian ship during Space Quest 1.
That's what I'm saying, Josh. How can an ATM card from Space Quest 10 be expired? It shouldn't exist yet, if anything.
It's a discarded cigar stub from the Galaxy Galleria in Space Quest 4.
Again, that was 10.
Hey, here's that pack of matches you stole from the Eulance Flats bar when you returned to Space Quest 1 during the time
he knows
travel
about the
sequence
time
in
traveling.
Space Quest 4.
Oh, well.
It's your life savings.
Wait, why is it on the table?
You won't need that buckazoid on board. Save it. Put it towards your education.
I tried getting an education, and they made me a janitor again. I aced the test, got the highest marks ever, was put in charge of my own ship, and now, inexplicably, I am back janitorizing again.
You won't need it. It's reminding
Janitorizing?
the Pocket Pal will be of no use to you whatsoever. It's AC, and the ship is DC.
Wouldn't you know it? All right.
Now's no time to...
That's fun. I don't think I've looked at all that stuff completely ever.
You never learned how to work these controls. That's why you keep everything that should be in the closet scattered around the room.
Can't even open your closet. Is that a plant, or was it a plant?
This is a Beetlejuice clamoring hagfish fern. You've tried everything you could think of to get it back to health.
Try watering it?
Unfortunately, all you could think of to do was to stand over it and say, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
No.
Beetlejuice.
All right. Is that the heater?
You've got a Quattrozevi portable quartz heater set up in here.
Nice.
Sticking your finger in the socket might provide us with a few cheap laughs, but we're above that sort of thing.
Yeah, I suppose we are. All right, let's find... Oh, wait. Hold on. What poster have we got? It's not a pelvis poster.
You had tickets to see Quasar live in concrete with Beatrice.
Oh.
That was before you got busted back down to janitor and assigned to this dad-blasted floating heck hole of a mother-talking spaceship.
Yeah, I'm pissed, too.
A note, this game has scrupulously avoided any rough language that would result in having to be rated as an adults-only computer or video game by the Game Censorship Board of the U.S. Senate Subcommittee.
Yeah. Doom kind of ruined it for everyone. Or no, it wasn't Doom. It was Night Party or whatever. Whatever that game was. All right, fine. Where is Beatrice?
Wow. A message for me.
Doesn't she have any pull?
I must be getting popular.
Can she get us out of this
I wonder what it is.
heck hole?
Wilco, Commander Kielbasa here.
Ooh.
I have a special assignment for you. A crew person of special skills is required on Delta Burksilon 5. In the spirit of StarCon cooperation, we have decided to offer them your assistance. Transport there immediately. Kielbasa out.
No, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. I guess... Should we go there right now, I suppose? That would be the... transporter. Alright, I'm ready. Energize. Night Trap. Night Trap in Mortal Kombat, yep. There you go.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize.
I'd be like, okay, I'm ready. Don't get up this time. How does he know that it didn't work if I'm not there anymore? So I don't get. Oh well. You'll get it one of these times.
Commander Kielbasa and that other guy look like they're just finishing up a conversation.
That other guy. Oh, man, look at the brain pan on this guy.
Wilco, Dr. Bellows and I were just talking about
He was there to cheat off during the StarCon.
Please report to Sharpei's quarters, Janitor Wilco.
Got the 2 tests.
She is in need of someone with your special skill set. Be quick about it.
Ugh.
Yes, sir.
But I want to look at the high-tech stuff. Oh, well. Let's just enjoy this music. Another one of my favorite lines.
You press the Lab B button, but the Ascendo pad doesn't move. Apparently you need some sort of clearance to get to Lab B.
What do you think about that, Roger?
So it won't open. I didn't want to go to Lab B anyway.
There you go. That's the spirit. Let's try the quarters.
It wouldn't be...
Worst posture. Ugh, she just creeps me out.
Janitor second class, Roger Wilco, reporting as ordered, ma'am.
Wilco, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Well, Mr. Wilco, I expected you here some time ago. I've been kept waiting for minutes
I was looking at
now.
all my old stuff
I'm very sorry,
in
ma'am.
my quarters.
Save the pathetic whimperings for your StarCon superiors, which I would expect includes everyone and everything on the food chain over there.
True, but ouch.
Ma'am, I came as...
Ouch.
Young man, I lack the time, and most importantly, the patience to indulge you as you whine your way from one excuse to the next. May we please just begin?
Sorry, but I wasn't briefed on what tasks would be required of me.
You are a janitor, Mr. Wilco. What do you think I want from you, a heart transplant? What has become of StarCon? When my 5th husband, Admiral Bluntfang, served, the crop of up-and-coming cadets seemed to have such promise. I recall this one rather striking cadet who... Oh, well, never mind that. But you... I pray you do not typify what might be slithering down the halls of our formerly prestigious academy. That is one thing I do not look forward to witnessing.
I hold the highest test scores in the...
Get to work, Mr. Wilco. You'll find a mop and a bucket right over there. I have no time to devote to your education. That would take a lifetime, and the most copious amount of patience a universe could muster. My life is soon to expire. Please, just clean. I must rest now.
Fine.
Like you need another one of these.
Do your job, Roger. Get out of here. Get back on the ship. And flirt with Stellar a bit more. She's got that forehead thing. She's like that one type of alien out of the...
Mr. Wilco, please rattle the handle on that commode. It is positively maddening.
She's like Mr. Worf.
You got it,
Toot.
I mean, right away, ma'am. Whatever I can do.
Please do it. And quietly. I must have my rest.
How about Klingon look? But I digress. Let's jiggle the handle. What are you doing?
Mr. Wilco, it is time for me to take my meds. Please, fetch my trisonic sortium from the medicine cabinet.
Sonic sortium.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe I can get this old hag to overdose.
Says it out loud.
What was that, janitor?
Nothing, ma'am. I'll get those for you right away.
Let's see. Trisonic sortium.
I can't find her medicine. I don't think she knows what she's talking about.
I don't think she knows. What that button do?
Hey, what the?
While we await a fully formed thought from Roger, it should be mentioned that there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent.
Yeah.
Hey, there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent. I seem to be in a world of deep... Ah, jeez, the door!
Ah, jeez, the door.
As fulfilling as a conversation with Sharpei might be, you can't talk to her in her current state.
Just for that, I'm not getting you your I'm getting out of here.
You realize your strength alone will be no match for the mechanized door. You realize...
Better get a save going. Let's see. Maybe this piston could be some help.
You give the piston a yank, and sure enough, it comes loose in your hand. Perhaps it was your raw strength. More than likely, it was defective.
Gary Owens never lets me get away with anything. All right, let's try this in the door. Not doing so hot there, Raj. There you go.
Good thinking!
Like a toaster.
Pushed in the door, the manual override control causes the piston to strain against the door. It pushes a few inches and seems to strain at that point.
Go! It's just like when we were trying to get by the block.
Wilco!
Stellar, hi.
Oh, hi, Stellar. What are you doing here?
Oh, hi, Stellar.
There's no time to talk, Roger. We've got to get out of here now.
Why don't we just warp out?
1, 2, 3.
Stand there and watch.
Just as you crash to the floor of the turbo shaft, the hydro riser piston gives way, and the door slams shut, with Stellar still trapped inside.
Beam out.
You claw and pull at the seams of the bulkhead door, but to no avail. Just then, you hear and feel an explosion, which seems to have come from behind the door.
Stellar.
The door is sealed tight. You can hear no other noise after the ear ringing from the blast subsides.
My God, I can't believe this. It can't be happening. She was... I was... Stellar!
Fear Oscar consideration. Well, I guess that's why they say we end up with Beatrice, huh? I'm sorry. Someone just died.
It's hard to believe that this is the Holo Suite. The setting is much like the graphics you've scanned in the library from those planets more interesting in their climatic diversity. From the scenic jutting peaks, soft hills, and lake in the conjured distance to the lush pixelized growth of trees, flowers, and grass in the foreground, the holo-deck has that sublime park-like perfection. Unfortunately, its serene beauty is sadly negated by the headstones and the solemn event about to occur, the laying to rest of your rescuer and true friend, Stellar Sandiago. You are feeling as you have never felt before. perhaps helped along by the relatively short stints aboard the various ships, as well as all too brief friendships, you've been spared the emotional devastation of true loss by lack of attachment. This, however, is a different feeling, far different from anything you've ever experienced. You can't help but wonder how you'd act towards Stellar given a second chance, but you know that can never happen. She gave her life for you, and you will never be able to thank her. Enough smarm already. Let's funeral.
All right. Either way, we're going to have a good time.
Ladies and/or gentlemen, we assemble here today to honor the memory of a former crewmate, Lieutenant First Class Stellar Sandiago. Her unfortunate death takes place in the shadow of a new community, the dawning of a new life for the aged of our galaxy. Although death is never easy to accept, we must remember that the tragic accident which took her from our midst occurred while she was on duty. If a member of StarCon must perish for some reason, there is no more honorable way. It is part of the oath we recite and take to heart when we pledge our allegiance.
Is this the gatekeeper from Quest for Glory 4, by the way?
I believe her friend, Janitor Second Class Roger Wilco, has a few words he'd like to say.
Sounds like the same voice
Mr.
actor.
Wilco?
With a slightly different voice, but... that's the Gravedigger from Gabriel Knight, apparently. Good look, Rich. All right, let's read the fish. No, wait, no. We should probably read the eulogy. Sorry.
I only knew Stellar for a short time. I wish I, could have gotten to know her much better. To have had a deeper understanding of this, person. I was proud to have called friend. Of my friend, I can only say this.
Close up.
Of all the souls I have encountered in my cleaning, hers were the most scuff-resistant.
Nice pun there. But yeah, very sad. That little guy got sucked in! That little guy just got sucked out into space. No one's talking about it. That poor little guy. Oh. Anyway. Kielbasa needs like a flea treatment or something. I saw him scratching himself during that hole while I was pouring my heart out there. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.